Okay, welcome to this deep dive. Today, we're really digging into the future of software testing.
Yeah, specifically what's on the horizon for SDETs and the whole QA landscape heading into 2025 and beyond. We're pulling this straight from the sources provided.
Exactly. And our mission is simple. Unpack the most critical shifts you need to understand to stay ahead.
Let's do it. So the first big thing jumping out from the material is AI and machine learning in test automation.
Right. It feels like it's really exploding, moving way beyond just basic scripting, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. What's really interesting is how AI is changing the creation and maintenance of tests. We're seeing tools, like Testim or Mamable, doing things like predictive analytics.
Predicting bugs.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Predicting where they're likely to show up. And self-healing scripts, risk-based prioritization, it's getting smarter.
So it's not just automating clicks, it's automating some of the, test strategy thinking.
Precisely. And for you listening, the takeaway is you got to learn the ML basics, figure out how these AI tools plug into your CI/CD. It's becoming core.
Okay. And speaking of automation, another trend popping up is low-code, no-code. How does that fit in?
Well, this is all about opening things up. Tools like Catalan or Tosca let people who aren't deep coders contribute to automation.
Faster scaling, then.
Exactly. Faster scaling, broader coverage, it helps democratize test creation.
But wait, if anyone can automate, what happens to the SDET role? Does it get, watered down?
Actually, no. The sources suggest it elevates the SDET. You become more of the architect, the mentor. You're guiding others, setting up the complex frameworks these tools might not handle.
Ah, okay. So more strategy, less repetitive scripting, perhaps.
You got it. Higher level problem solving.
Makes sense. So if tests are smarter and faster, where do they fit in the process? The sources talk about shift left and shift right.
Right. This is about testing earlier and later. Shift left means more focus on unit tests, API checks, static analysis during development, catching things early.
Cheaper fixes.
Exactly. And shift right is testing and production. Think chaos engineering, A/B testing feedback, monitoring actual user behavior.
So understanding real-world impact, what skills does that need?
Definitely CI/CD pipeline knowledge, Jenkins, GitHub Actions, that sort of thing. And familiarity with monitoring tools like Dynatrace or New Relic is becoming crucial.
And underpinning a lot of this, the cloud, I imagine.
Oh yeah, the cloud is fundamental. AWS, Azure, GCP. They provide that scalable infrastructure you need for, say, cross-browser testing or heavy load tests.
Use platforms like BrowserStack or Sauce Labs.
Precisely. It cuts down costs, gives you flexibility, lets you simulate real environments with containers and virtualization. It's a huge enabler.
Okay. And it seems like security and performance are also getting pulled left, integrated earlier.
Absolutely critical. DevSecOps isn't just a buzzword. Security scans, performance tests using tools like JMeter or Case 6. They have to be part of the early pipeline now. You can't just tack them on at the end.
So the technical skills are evolving fast, but the sources also really hit on soft skills and QA leadership.
Yeah, this is super important. The modern SDT isn't just coding in a corner. You're collaborating with stakeholders, leading in agile settings, making strategic decisions about testing.
Communication is key then.
Huge. Technical writing, presenting test strategies, even sprint planning contributions. It's about understanding the business, the user needs, and driving quality across teams.
And finally, with modern architectures.
Microservices, yeah. That changes the game. The focus shifts heavily to API testing, making sure those services talk to each other correctly.
So tools like Postman, rest assured.
Definitely. And Karate. Plus, contract testing with tools like Pact is getting really important to manage dependencies between services. Learning API frameworks and service virtualization is key.
Wow, okay, so pulling all these threads together, what's the big picture message for SDTs and QA pros listening?
The sources paint a clear picture. You need to evolve into, let's call it a full-stack quality engineer. Fluent in code, yes, but also DevOps, cloud, AI tools, security, performance, the whole stack.
So the future isn't just more tests, it's fundamentally different testing.
Exactly. Based on these lenses, it's about being smarter, faster, and much more predictive.
Which leaves us with a final thought for you. Continuous learning across all these areas isn't just nice to have anymore. The sources are clear. It's essential for thriving in this field. Honestly, the best time to upskill was yesterday, but the next best time is right now.